Okay, peace and blessings to all the viewers out there tuning in. And today's is a continuation of the last video called The Covenant Between God and His Chosen People, the Negroes. So today's topic is going to be titled, God has cursed Negroes because their ancestors broke the laws of the covenant. So that's what we're going to touch on in today's lecture. Without further ado, let's get into it. And Moses came and told the people all the words of the Lord and all the judgment. And all the people answered with one voice and said, all the words which the Lord hath said, we will do. And he took the book of the covenant and read it in the audience of the people. And they said, all the Lord have said, we will do and be obedient. Right there in the wilderness, when you were signing the pact with the Most High, you promised the Most High that you will keep the covenant, that you will keep your hand in the bargain. You said it right in front of the Most High. And Moses took the blood and sprinkled it on the people and said, behold, the blood of the covenant which the Lord have made with thee concerning all these words. Once Moses sprinkled the blood on you, there was no way out of it. You enter into a covenant with the Most High God. Now go, write it before them in a table and note it in a book, that it may be for the time to come forever and ever. God is giving a commandment to the prophet Isaiah, and I'm going to follow the same commandment right now. He said, go and let them know. Put it in a book and let them know. I'm going to follow the commandment right now. And now we're going to find out what he told Isaiah to tell the people. And I'm going to tell you Negroes out there the same thing. That this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord. God says you are a lying children. So eventually you didn't keep the law. When you were right there in the wilderness, promising the Most High that you will keep the law, that was just a lie. And the Most High even knew it. And then he called you a rebellious people. That's what he called black people. He said you are a rebellious people, lying children, because you were lying in the wilderness in front of God and in front of Moses when he gave you the law. And then you promised that you will keep it. But that was just a bunch of lie. And the Most High even knew that it was just a lie. And he called you a rebellious people. Yeah. All Israel have transgressed your law, even by departing, that they might not obey your voice. Therefore, the curse is poured upon us, and the oath that is written in the law of Moses, the servant of God, because we have sinned against him. And this is what black people choose. This is what the children of Israel choose. They chose to be cursed. Because the term of the contract was, in the wilderness, was either you keep it, you keep the commandments and the laws, and you will be blessed. And if you don't keep it, then you will be cursed. And this is exactly what is happening right now. And this is the decision that they took. The children of Israel took the decision to not keep the law. And eventually, God has put a curse upon them. As it is written in the law of Moses, all this evil is come upon us. Yet we made not our prayer before the Lord our God, that we might turn from our iniquities and understand your truth. As thou spake by thy servant Moses in the day when thou did command him to write the law before the children of Israel, saying, if ye will not hear my voice, surely this very great multitude shall be turned into a small number among the nations, where I will scatter them. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. The Most High God knew. He knew it at the time he was giving you the commandment and he was signing the contract with you, the covenant. He knew it that you will reject it because you are a stiff-necked people. That's how the Most High God calls you. He calls you a rebellious people, lying people, and a stiff-necked people, which mean stiff-necked, which mean a very stubborn people. People who are determined to not change their attitude. A stiff-necked people, a very stubborn people. That's how the Most High call you. You Negroes out there. He knew it. He says he knew it that you will not keep the laws. He knew that at the time you were signing, you were lying to the Most High in the wilderness. Our ancestors were out there lying to the Most High by saying, "Oh, we will keep the commandment," and eventually they didn't keep it, and they ended up being cursed. And now you have a generational curse, generational curses are going on. I have spread out my hands all the day unto a rebellious people, which walketh in a way that was not good after their own thought. There you go again. God is stretching out his hand unto a rebellious people. A rebellious people. The most High keep calling you a rebellious people. Doing things after your own thought. You will not listen to the law of the Most High. You will follow the Roman Catholic Church by saying that the laws are done away with. You are a rebellious people. A people that provoke me to anger continually to my face. And you are provoking the Most High to anger continuously. It's like spitting in his face. You are provoking the Most High to anger by saying that the laws are done away with, and now you don't have to keep no laws. All you have to do is believe, because that's what the Christian church teaches you. He says all you have to do is sit back and believe, and one day you're going to get beamed up in the sky and find yourself in the kingdom of heaven, because that's what they taught you. The Most High calls you a rebellious people, lying children, a stiff-necked people, because you will not hear the law of the Lord. You provoke the Most High to anger. God is angry at you. God is very angry at black people. Now you asking a question as to why all of these wars going on in Africa, why all of this evil going on in Africa, in the black communities, and all over the world. You wonder why? This is the why. This is the reason why. Because you did not keep the law of the Most High. Our ancestors did not keep the law of the Most High. And now all the consequences of their choice, we the one who are suffering the consequences of their choice, because they chose to reject the laws. And once they rejected it, the Most High put a curse on them. And now the curses is following their children, their generation, the future generation. Now we're suffering the consequences of their choice. And it's getting better. Watch. For my people is foolish. They have not known me. They are sottish children, and they have not understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge. The Most High calls you a foolish people. He's talking to the black man. He's talking to the black people right now. He's talking to the Negroes. He's calling you foolish people. You have no understanding whatsoever. And you are so wise in doing which is evil. And when it comes to doing good, you have no knowledge at all. You are very good at doing evil. When it comes to doing evil and foolishness, you are number one. But when it comes to do things that are good, you don't know nothing about it. You're the last. When it comes to do good, you're the last. But when it comes to good, you're the number one. Foolishness. Nonsense. You're number one. And that's how the Most High sees you. The Most High sees you as a foolish people. You're out there walking around thinking that you're smart. No, the Most High said you are foolish people. Foolishness. You are into foolishness because this is your identity. The Most High call you foolish people because you ain't got no, you don't have any understanding. That's how the Most High sees you. A lying children, a stiff-necked people, rebellious people. And now he's calling you foolish, sottish children. You know what it is, sottish? It means you are stupid. You don't know anything. Therefore, hear, ye nation, and know, O congregation, which is among them. Hear, O earth, behold, I will bring evil upon these people, even the fruit of their thought, because they have not hearkened unto my word, nor to my law, but rejected it. God is calling the earth as bear witness, even the other nations. He said, behold, I will bring evil upon these people. Which people that he's talking about? He's talking about the children of Israel, the Negroes. He's talking about you. And he said, I will, referring to a future prophecy. I will bring evil upon these people, even the fruit of their own thought, because they did not keep the law of the covenant. They rejected it. You reject the law of the Most High. That's why he brought the evil upon you. And what is the evil that they end up bringing? The poverties, all the wars going on in Africa, and all the evil in the black community all over the world. That's the evil that they end up bringing. That's the evil that he brought because we did not keep his commandment. We follow the Roman Catholic Church. We follow Christianity by saying that the laws are done away with. Now we don't have to keep no laws. All we have to do is believe. Now you got this evil, all this evil going on in the black community. And we walking around, we don't even know what is going on. Even all nations shall say, wherefore have the Lord done thus unto this land? What means the heat of his great anger? Then man shall say, because they have forsaken the covenant of the Lord God of their fathers, which he made with them when he brought them forth out of the land of Egypt. Because we have forsaken the covenant that we made with God. We rejected it. Now God is angry because we lied to the Most High. Our ancestors lied to the Most High. They said they would keep the commandment, but eventually they rejected it. They played with the Most High, and now the Most High is playing us. He's playing back. Two could play this game. That's what's going on. We play with the Most High at first, and now the Most High say, okay, you want to play with me? I'm going to play with you as well. I'm going to put a curse on you, and you're going to be beneath everybody else in society. You're going to be cursed. You're going to be the last instead of being the head, just like he said in the book of the law. He said, if you keep the laws, then you're going to be blessed and you're going to be above all people on the earth. But now we chose the opposite. We chose not to keep it. So now we are cursed. We are underneath everybody else. We are beneath everybody else in today's society, all across the board. That's why we are the last. Our countries are the last because we chose not to keep the laws of the covenant. And we're going to keep paying We're going to keep paying for not keeping it. For they went and served other gods and worshiped them, gods whom they knew not and whom he had not given unto them. We served other gods, gods that our ancestors didn't even know. We served other gods. We went off and served other gods. And this has kindled the anger of God against us. He told you that he's a jealous Elohim. He's a jealous God. For thou shalt not worship no other God. For the Lord, whose name is jealous, he is a jealous God. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me. He's going to visit the iniquities of the fathers unto the third, the fourth generation of those that hate God. God is visiting the iniquities of our forefathers unto the third, fourth generation, meaning us. He continues to visit these iniquities, which means he continues to punish us. Just like I said earlier, we're going to suffer from the consequences of the choice of our forefathers by not keeping the laws. And the Most High is letting you know that he's going to visit the iniquities of the forefathers unto the third until the fourth generation. We are paying for the sins of our forefathers, and we're going to keep paying that until we stop with the wickedness. And the anger of the Lord was kindled against this land to bring upon it all the curses that are written in this book. And the Lord rooted them out of their land in anger and in wrath and in great indignation, and cast them into another land, as it is this day. And the anger of the Lord kindled against them, the children of Israel, the Negroes, and he cast them out of the land, which means that the true children of Israel are not in the land. Just like the prophecy says, he cut them off. He cut them out of the land and sent them off in another land, just like the prophecy says. If you watch my other video called the 10 tribes of Israel are still in Africa, then you're going to understand what it means by another land. He cut them off because we did not keep the law. And he eventually brought all the curses that were written in the book of the law. He put it upon us. We are a cursed people. Let me say it again. We are a cursed people. This is the reason why we are the last in today's society. This is the reason why. Because God has put a curse on us. He brought the evil upon us as a result of our ancestors' choices. That's essentially what happened.